welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm glad you're here. I am so sorry that I'm late again. I know this happens way too often and I'm just sorry about it. I've been super busy. I say that every time, but I really have been. And I also I filmed a video on time actually, and I decided I didn't like the content. So I didn't post it, and then I just haven't gotten around to making a new video. So here I am today making a new video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is it means a lot to me actually, and I filmed this video previously, like right after I graduated, and I decided I didn't like the way it looked or the things I talked about, I just didn't like the video, so I didn't post it. So I decided that since school's coming up, you know, people are starting to go back to school, I decided that I'd film it again, try it out to see if I end up liking this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on high school and just basically like what I feel is important in high school. It's just what I think about the high school and like my personal experience in it and what I think could help people that might not be having that great of a high school experience or are nervous to go into high school. So some advice also for incoming freshmen and seniors and, you know, anyone that's in high school. It's just advice for you since I've gone through it already. Everyone's high school experience is different. No one's gonna have the exact same experience. Some people's experience are very good, some people's are not so good, and I just kind of want to give some advice of how to make your high school experience better and what you should be focusing on and kind of what you should stop worrying so much about or not worry that much about. So I'm gonna get into the video, and I hope that you guys enjoy it and maybe take something from it. If you're in high school, this might help you out a little bit. If it doesn't, then what the heck, I tried, you know? So anyways, I'm gonna get started. So first things first, I am graduated. I graduated this year, and I just want to start by saying that me personally, I really liked school. I know that that's not a very popular opinion, and I know that a lot of people don't enjoy school, but you know, hey, I like school. What do you do? I know that people go into high school right away with a negative attitude. A lot of people do that. They go in thinking that they're gonna have the worst time of their lives, that they're not gonna enjoy it, that their teachers are gonna suck, that they're gonna be annoyed, that they're gonna hate everyone. And I just want to start by saying that is a horrible attitude to have when going into high school. Because if you have that attitude straight away and you don't even give it a chance, you're most likely going to have a bad experience because you're expecting a bad experience. You know what I mean? So I would say the first thing you got to start off with is having a positive attitude about it and just be excited for it, even though it's not super exciting to go into a class and learn, but there's so much more to it than just going to school to learn, and I'll get into that more, but I just feel like that's the most important part is your attitude about it. You're not going to have a good experience if you don't expect a good experience. But on the other hand, don't go in there thinking you're going to have the time of your life, it's going to be the best years of your life, nothing's going to go wrong, everything's going to be perfect, because that can also lead to a bad experience if you have your hopes, if you have your expectations way too high. So just go there, have a positive attitude, be excited about it, but not overly excited, and just go with the flow is basically what you gotta do. For incoming freshmen, when I first started high school, I don't even remember how I felt. I don't think I was very nervous. I don't think it was like this huge life-changing thing, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to high school. Like, it was kind of just like I'm going to school, you know? But I will say it was very different, so don't expect middle school, because it's not at all. I will tell you that you probably will lose a majority of your friends that you had in middle school. Things change, and I mean, that's a big part of it, and that's something that you'll probably hear from everyone, that you don't end your that you don't end high school with the same friends that you started with, and that's so true. I've heard that so many times, and that is probably one of the most true statements ever. You'll have your few friends that stay with you throughout the whole thing, but your giant group of friends that you had since the beginning probably will slim down a bit. So just expect that the people you go in with probably won't be there at the end, but that's okay. It's part of it. You know, you make new friends, better friends, all of that stuff, so don't worry about it. Another thing that I just want to throw out there, and this is something that a lot of people are afraid to do or don't want to do. They just want to go to school, go to class, learn, get home, whatever. I hate to say what I'm about to say, but for those of you that go to school just to go to school and learn and not make any friends, just get your work done, get good grades, that's all good and everything, the good grades part, and go there to learn, but don't make your high school experience all about the learning. And I know that doesn't sound good at all, but I'm telling you, if you focus completely on just the education, you're gonna miss out on so much more, and I'm telling you, you will regret it, because you will have made no friends, you will have had nothing to really remember, and high school is kind of something that you're gonna want to remember when you have to grow up. You know, when you're forced to grow up in life, this is something you can look back on and think, wow, it was really good to be young, you know? So don't make it all about the schoolwork, because it is about that, but then again, it's not completely about that, you know? So I just want to urge you to keep an open mind about making friends and joining clubs. I feel like joining a club or a sport is literally going to make your high school experience so much better, because you're not only going to be surrounded by people that have the same interests as you, but you're just going to be able to do something other than just go to school, you know? And also, something else that can just make your high school experience so much better is your electives, the classes that you take that you get to choose for your, you know, like your specialty classes, you know, like theater, dance, ceramics, culinary, anything like that, those types of classes. Please pick the ones that you want to do. Of course, in most places, for most high school diplomas, you have to take a language class of some sort, so that is going to take up one of your elective spots. And other than that, pick the classes that you want to be in, because if you don't, if you just pick one just to get it out of the way, or you don't really care about it, you're not going to have a good time in there. And they give you that option to have an elective so you can actually be in a class that you enjoy. So my freshman year, I had art and theater my freshman year, and I decided that I wanted to do theater all 4 years because I want to be an actress. So I figured, get some experience in a theater class, you know? So that's what I did. I did theater all 4 years of high school, but my freshman year I did art and theater. My sophomore year I did Spanish and theater. Junior year I did Spanish and theater, and senior year I had 3 electives, so I did theater, and then I was a TA, like a teacher's assistant for my theater class, and then I had a release hour for my last period. But, you know. So I feel like personally for me, theater was one of the best things in my high school experience. I loved being in a theater class. Like, that was the best experience ever. That and cheer. Cheer was awesome. I was in cheer all 4 years too, and I feel like those two things combined really made my high school experience so much better and so much more memorable, and I made so many friends. New friends. I didn't have the same friends I had when I came into high school, and I was okay with that because I made so many more better friends. So I would really urge you to join a club and or a sport, and also choose electives that interest you and that you want to do. This is a big one for a lot of people, and something that a lot of people think about and revolve high school around. And I just want to talk about it because it happens. Relationships. Okay, a lot of people go into high school thinking that they're going to find this super great person, and they're going to fall in love, and they're going to marry them, and that they're going to have the best boyfriend in the world, and the hottest, and the greatest, and the most popular, and they revolve high school around that, and they go in with such high expectations for that. And I just want to say, don't worry about it. honestly don't. If you don't get a boyfriend in high school, it doesn't matter. You know, it's kind of just like, if you get one, that's great, you know, that's awesome. But if you don't, then you don't, and that's great too. Focus on something else. Focus on yourself and having a good time instead of focusing on boys or girls or whatever. You don't need that necessarily. Don't revolve it all around relationships because they're really not that important and you don't need it. Learn, get good grades because you will regret it if you don't. Don't slack off, not freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Don't slack off any year because if you do, well, it comes back and bites you in the butt. So don't do that. I'm not even going to college and I cared a lot about my grades. So you should all care about your grades and how you do in class. Just focus in class, get your work done. It's okay to have friends and talk, but just make sure you get your work done and you do quality work and not just, you know. Don't make it all about the schoolwork, but just make sure to remember that your grades do matter and they do count for something. So if you want to go to college, don't slack off any year. And for seniors, make the most of your senior year. Don't slack off. I'm telling you, a lot of seniors like to slack off their last year, and that is the dumbest thing to do, so don't do it. Enjoy your last year. It's the last year in high school you're ever going to have. And that you and your friends go their separate ways most of the time, and just make the most of it, have fun, you know, don't go crazy, you know, don't get in trouble, but just have fun and then graduate and move on. You know, that's all you really can do. I was really sad when I graduated, but it was all for the best. On to the next chapter of my life, and I'm excited for it. So anyways, that's all I have to say on this topic. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring, but I just felt like I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So yeah, for those of you who are going into high school, good luck for you. I hope that you have the best experience possible, and only you can make your experience good or bad. So just remember that when you are attending. And for those of you who are about to graduate or have graduated, good luck, and I just wish you all the best. So I'm gonna go. See you guys in my next video. Love you all. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. Like this video if you liked it. And go check out my other videos because why not, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye guys.